Okay, fit the print bed in. It went in back end first, and then you have to pull it back forward. My first print, I'm going to reprint in PLA. These same little stupid bearing holders here, in hopes that I can get these a little bit more precise. This does roll very easily. This takes almost no effort at all to get it moving. But I really want to make sure that I've got a stable setup here, and then I'm going to design something very fancy to hold this spool. I'm not even sure what to print after that, but here goes the first print. So, pulled up my model. Basically, instead of opening in the library, you'd hit Open Model and then pull up the one that you want. I've already tried to print this before. Frequently, it gives you this error. The model you are trying to import is fairly complex and may slow down this program. Would you like to continue? I'm on a gaming laptop, so I'm just going to hit yes. It's not going to be a problem, and ideally, you're going to have to do that anyway, regardless. So now you can adjust the position. If you hold the left click of your mouse down, you can go around in a circle at whatever you're looking at. If you hold the right click of your mouse down, it adjusts whichever one of these parameters it has. So this is the location on the print bed as far as X and Y. So X is this way and Y is this way. This is to turn it if you wanted to flip it around 180 degrees. This is to resize it. I'm not going to do that. I've already got it precisely sized. So I'm going to hit print. Now, this is going to be the fun part. Print quality. You have choices of ultra low, which works really well. It means that you have larger print height, you get a little bit less quality out of it, the layers are more apparent, but it goes much faster. Most things, it works fine. I'm going to try this on medium, and the fill density specifically. This is the fun part. Hollow thin walls comes out ridiculous. This is an example of hollow thin walls. It didn't even seal the top of it. This is ridiculously thin. On the flip side, if you do hollow thick walls, you get something like this. I'm not even sure if I could break that by hand. So that's just an example. These are little things to hold LEDs. So I'm going to go for hollow thick walls fast, because both of those are relatively fast. On print quality medium, I'm going to hit print. Oh, actually, I'm going to hit cancel really quick. More options. I feel like that should always be open. It kills me. Use support material. I am going to use support material. Use model on model support. This is good when you need something that has to have supports on itself in order to print. Wave bonding will help it stick to the print bed. I'm absolutely doing that. And a raft. I'm going to make sure that the raft works too. So I'm going to go for all of those. I don't need model on model support because it's basically got a cylinder that comes up, expands a little bit, and then it just has like a cutout for the bearing in it. So this should be the best setting. So here's the other problem you'll run into when you start printing things. It says, please wait while the model is prepared for the printer. A lot of times I will just sit here and leave this, and only just in the most recent version of the software have they implemented this, where it auto starts. But you can see you get estimated time 2 hours 13 minutes, estimated filament 105.88 inches, something like that. These are pretty relative. Sometimes it goes a little bit faster. Usually it goes quite a bit longer than that, but it's usually close to that. I'm going to hit start now. New job is started. Don't unplug the micro. You can't actually have this thing go without it being plugged in. And let's use my flashlight. So first it goes to the top right hand corner. And then it comes back down and starts laying the print itself. So the first thing that prints is the raft. I don't know. This thing's kind of bright. So right now it says warming up. Here's the first print. It's taking its sweet time. You can see I've got my filament spool holder already somewhat ready to go. It's going through the guide. It's going through those two little guides that hold on to that, and that should be pretty much set. Because this rides on bearings, it shouldn't have a problem. A lot of the spool holders you can print. I have an external filament spool holder that fits on the same way that one does, that I printed from M3D's website. I put it on the left side over here, and it got caught in the moving parts. When it wasn't getting caught in the moving parts because of my previous printer, I taped a huge note card right there. The problem I was having was that it was still having to pull so hard on the filament that it would pull the print head off while it's printing because it's just stepper motors. So, what are you going to do? It's finally moved down. And let's see if I can keep this from getting all fuzzy with my bright flashlight here. It's laying down filament. That's exciting. So this piece will be done in a couple of hours, and hopefully it'll be relatively precise. I did use wave bonding, so it lays down that first layer kind of awkwardly, but that's the whole point. It helps it stick to the print bed. What you'll find is a lot of the times when you 3D print things, because it just works kind of like a glue gun, the filament comes down here into the thing. It gets heated up to be extruded. When it heats up, it expands, so when it cools back down, it contracts. A lot of things like to pull it from the print bed. Hopefully this doesn't do that. Looks to be working so far. I'll check back in a couple hours.